Today we are going to have a look at the Analyze mode in Business Central, which was Mark's favorite feature if you remember from our feature video. But let's take a look at our customer ledger entries, for example. So navigate into our customer ledger entries, and as normal you'll be able to see a whole list of all the different entries within Business Central. But what we can do is we can pivot that data or go into this Analyze mode over here. So if I flip over into this mode, you'll see that I already have a little view created where I have a pivot mode turned on, and I'm pivoting my data by customer group, which is one of my dimensions, and my customer number, and that is also then having a look at some values and summing up those values for me in this area over here. So this means that instead of me having to export that data into Excel and then pivoting the data by customer group and customer number as I have over here, I've already done that within Business Central. Now, I could still export this to Excel if I wanted to. So you'll see over here, I have the option to open that in Excel, and that will then just take this data and open that into Excel from there. The other thing that we can do is we can actually create the analysis view also from using Copilot, for example. So if I click on this little Copilot option over here, I'll paste some text in to save us some time. So I'm just going to group the data by our customer group and then by customer number, and also add in some fields that I want to view. Now, using the natural language, I can then just go in and generate this. What Business Central will do is it's going to take that information that I've given that Business Central and then create this analysis view for me. So you'll see over here, it's already done what I've needed it to do. It's grouped the data that you can see over here to the right-hand side. It's grouped that data, it's added the fields that I've asked it to add in. And again, I can drill down into this to actually view the details that I need from here. Now I can come in and out of this particular view. And by coming in and out of this view, it'll take me back to all my entries. I can go back into that to snap back into that view. And again, it will save those particular views from there that I've created. Now, I didn't choose to keep that previous view, hence why it's disappeared. If I create it again, I can just choose to keep that instead of it disappearing, and hence why it's not appearing on this particular list right now. Okay. The other little piece of information that I could say that is quite handy too that's been added is being able to actually add data from other tables. So you'll see over here, you've got the option to add data from other tables too. So let's have a look at something, let's say like the value entries, entries over here. On here, we'll have some information about a source document. So if I have a look, you'll see that we have some source information. So this says it's a vendor, but doesn't really show what the source vendor number is. So what I could do is I might want to filter the data to say, let's say that is everything that is item ledger entry type of purchase. I can then filter for all that details over here. What I then can do is I might want to flip this over into an analysis view. Maybe I can just take away some information that I don't need. So once I have the information that I need, so in this case, just keeping it really basic, I have the source number, but actually what I want to have is have the vendor name in this particular list. So from this table, you can see that I have some options, and over here I have the vendor. And I can then go in and choose the vendor name or the specific field that I want. I can then just search for the field that I'm looking for. So let's say I'm looking for the name. So over here, I have the vendor name I'm looking for. Hit OK. And now I have that additional column that's now been added over here for me from that. Remove that. So you can see that now I have an additional field that's looking at my vendor table and giving me the vendor name that I want on this particular list. Once again, this analysis mode is available on multiple pages within Business Central. So go in, test it, and also use those Copilot features that are available.